MicroStrategy's bought about $8.3 billion worth of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's up 44% a year on average since then. The S&P is up 12%. And since we levered it, we're up 825%. The number one performing stock in the S&P is NVIDIA, up 821% as of Friday. So we beat every single company in the S&P index using a Bitcoin strategy.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and cryptos and stocks moving up. And I told you in crypto, guys, it's like clockwork. I told you we were going to be moving up because we have open interest. Because the 5th fell on a date that we were going to have options the next day, that's the only reason why we were pulling back. We do this every single month. And that's why I told you, do not allow the dips to scare you. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But guys, we're definitely still going to have a volatile month this month. We know all the entertainment we're about to have. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates as short term as high, long term as low. But we do see the 2 and the 10 uninversion has happened, guys. And remember, the Fed hasn't done anything yet. That just lets you know the manipulation that we have and the markets. That just lets you know we're definitely in trouble. And we have the dollar up. We have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $299 billion on Friday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. And we know we have Jerome in the house next week. So the Fed has a blackout this week. And we know they do this on purpose because we know out of sight, out of mind. Nobody's going to be thinking about the Fed. But the Fed will be lowering rates at least by 25 basis points. We do get CPI numbers this week. And inflation hasn't went anywhere. Actually, in the grocery store, items keep going up. We know when we go out to eat, they still going up. That's the reason why they have to pull out the essentials for inflation to hit their number. But the major central banks are going to be lowering rates while we still have inflation here. And like I've told you, as we lower rates, we know the emerging markets are going to start raising rates. And that money flow is going to go to the emerging markets, which is going to cause a currency war. And I'm going to go over that in the second video. We have Yuval on CNBC. That's right, guys. They brung him back on out. And we know we haven't seen him in the mainstream media. Of course, he's on different shows and whatnot. But I'm talking about in the mainstream media. We haven't seen him probably since Obama. And they bring him out to talk about his new book. But we know what he believes in. We know all about the fourth industrial revolution and making humanity useless. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then tomorrow, guys, we get the finally awaited entertainment. Trump versus Harris. And we know it's going to be a movie. You know, I'm going to bring you that video. I might put one up here and one on the actual stock YouTube channel. But it's definitely going to be very entertaining. Like I stated, no one can battle against Trump. He is too entertaining. But tomorrow, definitely get your popcorn. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs right now are up. But getting over into a little crypto news. We have Toko Crypto secures a full physical crypto asset trader license in Indonesia. Also, we have Agile Energy X, a subsidiary of TEPCO, is using renewable energy to mine Bitcoin. And I don't care what country you go to, they all have a plan for this fourth industrial revolution. And then on top of it, we see the emerging markets are moving fast forward. And we know that two sides have already been created. They're going to collide. And the United States world reserve currency is going to end. We're going to be on that level playing field. The United States dollar will be devalued. We see all these countries are already off the dollar. The central banks are holding us up. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Ether.fi to launch Visa Cash Card on Scroll Network. And it will reward 3% cash back and let users borrow money against their crypto collateral. And we know DeFi is definitely the new banking. And us who know how important crypto is, and you only have a few utility tokens, you're not going to want to spend those. You're going to want to hold it and just borrow just in case you need the money and keep your asset. Because the fourth industrial revolution is going to take 3 to 5 years to build out. Remember, this is a plan. It moves in phases. And then lastly, guys, we have Pantera, Parafine, and others buy FTX Metaplex tokens. And Metaplex is on Solana that supports the creation of NFTs. And what do I teach you guys? You follow the money. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.